In the late 19th century, Japan's Meiji government championed railways and factories as symbols of progress, promising prosperity and unity. Yet, behind this facade lay a darker purpose: control. Archival documents reveal railways were prioritized to connect military bases, not cities, enabling rapid suppression of dissent. The first line, Tokyo-Yokohama, 1872, was built with imperial loans stipulating its use for troop movements. This was not development, it was domination disguised as innovation. By the 1890s, Japan's rail network sprawled across the nation, but its roots betrayed its purpose. The Sanyo line, stretching to rebellious Kyushu, was completed just in time to crush the Saga Rebellion. Internal memos praised railways for eradicating regional defiance. Stations doubled as surveillance hubs, with police offices built into their designs. Passengers required permits to travel, turning mobility into a privilege granted by the state. The iron tracks were less about connection than conquest. Factories, touted as engines of growth, became laboratories of control. The 1911 Factory Act mandated dormitories, not to protect workers, but to isolate them. Curfews, mandatory lectures on imperial loyalty, and armed guards turned mills into gilded cages. Women in textile factories faced corporal punishment for missed quotas, their wages withheld to ensure obedience. Efficiency wasn't for profit, it was a metric of subjugation. The smokestacks rising over Osaka weren't symbols of industry, they were watchtowers. By the 1930s, the machinery of control became overt. Railways transported Korean and Chinese forced laborers to Manchurian arms factories, their bodies fueling Japan's war machine. Mitsubishi's Nagasaki shipyard used POWs as expendable parts, with death tolls buried in production reports. The state's earlier experiments in repression had escalated to industrialized genocide. The same tracks that once carried troops to crush samurai now delivered slaves to their graves, all under the banner of national progress. Post-1945, Japan's Zaibatsu conglomerates, many behind wartime atrocities, retained their infrastructure networks. Mitsui's freight lines became supply chains for corporate empires. Hitachi's factories shifted from munitions to electronics without changing their exploitative labor practices. Today, JR Central's bullet trains race along routes first plotted for imperial control. The veneer changed, but the tracks remain. The lesson is clear. When development serves power, progress is just another word for control.